and then there are, what, immortals. And this guy joins us in the broadcast booth at this time. Here he is, the one, the only Snoop Dogg, man. It is a pleasure, sir.
Hey, man, look here, James. The pleasure's all mine. What a night for some good hockey, baby.
What a party we've got now. Hey, when the Kings went to the silver and black look in the late 80s, you're a kid at the time, but did that add a little more street cred to the hockey team locally?
It really did. It put them right in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Because now we can start to rock those Kings jerseys and King hats because it was all black and gray. And if you notice in those videos in the early 80s, all of the rappers had them on from the West Coast.
Ahead of steam now towards the front. And he slides it quickly to Chara. Quick feed down low. Puck grabbed by Savard. Gallagher's picking up momentum through center. And it's a quick pass to Blais. With possession along the wall. Quick shot!
Oh, yeah. Way to use your stick to stop it, man. Good job. See, I like that, man. Use the stick to stop it, goalie.
It works. Boston's got the puck along the wall. A chance in front!
Oh, yeah. Way to use your
what
stick
a
to
save.
stop it, man. Good job. See, I like that, man. Use the stick to stop it, goalie.
It works. Montreal's gained possession along the boards. Centering pass. Long reach breaks up the momentum. Lugs the puck into the offensive zone corner. Makes the glove stop.
The replay will show us that he's in good position and makes an excellent stick save to turn away a really good scoring chance.
What do you like about the game?
Say, man, you know I like the goals, I like the hits, and I like the fighting.
You like the scrapping element,
I love
too.
the scrapping. Scrap till you get knocked out.
Moves it on over to Miller. And a nice poke check inside the neutral zone. Wheels got it along the wing. Moved out in front. And a stick in the lane ends that threat. In front, the puck stopper gets on top of it. We'll get a little stoppage in play here, Ray.
Yep, goalies are going to jump on it as quick as they can anytime around the front of the net.
You're all about pushing boundaries, creating an image. When you were a kid, how old were you when your first album dropped?
Man, I was like maybe 19 years old.
Okay, so a lot of young players around the NHL can appreciate that sort of vibe. For those guys that are kind of building their own brand right now, what do you say to them?
Say, man, stay true to what you do and master your craft. You understand me? And go study the greats. If there's somebody that you love that was great, go study him and see what he did to become great and try to be greater.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the one and only Snoop Dogg. I don't know if you got to get going, but do you want to watch the rest of the period up here with us?
If I can order us a couple of drinks, I'd love to stay up here with you.
I will not discriminate against
Hey, bring them
ordering
drinks up
anything
here.
like
I'm going to be up here for a minute.
that. Fleury's got the puck. Shot. Oh, the glove save. Where'd that come from?
Wow, did the ice get small for him? There's nowhere to go, and he had to absorb this huge hit.
Here in the dying moments of this period, 2-0 is the score. Back underway, and they take possession here inside the offensive zone. Nowhere for that shot to go through. Now he takes it over the line. Quick feed to Lindholm. In close. Stopped by the goaltender.
No room for the shooter. The goaltender snuffed it out.
Evans works the puck in his own zone. Handles the puck at the point. And he slides it quickly to Ouellette. Oh, just wide.
Didn't miss that by much. He got lots on it.
Moved up ahead after a nice pass from the right wing. And that one fired right into the bench. Puck is dropped and play resumes. Takes the feed. Takes the feed at the back end. Too much congestion in front. All right, third period action is just around the corner. Our special thanks. I got to calm down here. What a treat to hang out with Snoop Dogg. Third period coming up. 2-0 is where we sit after 40 minutes of play.
Looking for a way to show love for your team?
And we'll be right back for what should be a very intriguing third.
The first 3,000 fans in the arena will pick up an official team hat.
And we are just moments away from the start of the third period. Moment of truth for one team. Here we go. Third period is underway. Well, we've got 2 periods under our belts to this point so far, Ray. How do you see things?
Montreal's had such a meager total of shots on.
Here he is, trying to get loose. Oh, man!
Yeah, that wasn't very good. It looked like he was going to deke, and then he was going to shoot, and then he did neither.
Along the half wall with the puck. Kind of lost control for a second there, but regains possession. Penalty coming up here as the play is stopped. Gallagher's been nabbed for tripping.
It's a tough penalty to take. You're trying to do the right thing. Unfortunately, you pull his feet out, you got to go to the penalty box.
Here's the first look at the power play.
Well, here's your first power play of the game. You'd love to score in your first one if you get the chance, because that helps the power play become more confident. More confident always means more successful.
Right to the middle, knocked away. And the traffic jam in front blocks the shot. That goes off a twig. Brings the puck into the offensive end now. Shot on net and makes the save. And there's the whistle. Icing is the call, which I gotta say is like almost the equivalent of a tie. Who likes icing?
It might be the most boring play in hockey, but you get an offensive zone faceoff.
Hey, there's a victory. Still early on in this frame, James and Ray with you. So glad you could join us. 2-0 is where we sit. Corrali's won a big draw in their own end. Moves the puck into the attacking area. And that one's broken up. Up along the wing. Whacks it into the offensive zone. Boston's got it behind the net. Saka's picking up steam. And a solid effort by the penalty killers as we are back to even strength.
Good work by the killers here. They give themselves an opportunity, as giving up another one would be almost a death blow.
Rask's going to hang on to that one for a whistle.
Quickly on top of that, James. He needed a cover there.
Still lots of time left in the period. We've got a 2-0 game here tonight. Good job tangling up his opponent here. Over the line they come. The Canadiens get a hold of the puck in their own end. Here's a short pass to Blais. Boston's got a hold of it along the wall. Went for the dirty dangle and it goes sideways.
Pasternak's in good shape here, but he ends up losing the puck and overhandle.
The Bruins have it from their own end. Bergeron's got it in the offensive zone. And that skips away on a nice defensive deflection. Poland's going to play it against the half wall. Takes a bump and loses control of the puck. Pasternak's got the puck along the wing. Slides it across. Stopped by the goaltender.
Sometimes you're in close, there's no room to put it anywhere. The goalie smothered it all.
Here's a chance out front. Pins him against the boards as they battle for the loose puck. And now he moves it to Carrier. Backhand with intention. Couldn't light the lamp on that. What a chance.
Sometimes the puck just doesn't go where you want to finish it. He makes a good shot, but he can't capitalize.
Montreal's got a hold of it against the wall. Here's a chance. Into the corner of the attacking area. And that's broken up with a stick in front. And now it's grabbed by Lindholm. Puck picked up by Miller. Centering pass. And just out of arm's reach on the play. Battling for it along the boards. Moves the puck down low. Into the corner. Montreal's got the puck along the boards. Through center along the wing. Stays with it. Moves the puck along the half wall. Deflected away. Nice defensive use of the stick there.
Last minute of play in the third.
Less than a minute to go now here in regulation. Scores! Perfect timing to get a marker here.
Well, they finally punched through. They've been working at it. late in the game, they finally get on the board. So close to closing the book on this shutout. He just can't quite catch up to this one, and the shutout bid is gone.
Montreal's come back with a big one here in the third.
Grind away, dig away, now you got a chance, only trailing by 1 goal.
Puck is dropped, and we are back underway.
By number 14,
Ritchie's got it against the boards. Sends a pass over. And now he moves it quickly to Lindholm. Boston's got possession here in the offensive zone. A big face-off here inside the offensive end. Face-off here in the neutral zone, and we are back underway. Weiss looks around, moves it to Savard. Goaltender has made his way to the bench. The extra attacker's out. They need a goal here big time. Moves the puck. Oh, what a stop! Blocked in traffic. Boston's got the puck along the wall. 22 seconds left on the clock. Big save.
Had to be sharp. That's a grade A chance.
Fires into the empty net, and he scores, which should end it.
That should wrap it up. Pretty comfortable now with that empty netter. That should be enough to wrap this thing up. The empty net goal should seal it.
Boston's added to their lead with the empty netter, and Ray, that's pretty much all she wrote, I would say.
Well, you grind away to get the lead through this much of the game, and they pull the goalie, they're going to pressure you. You put it away with an easy one into the empty net.
Goaltender is now at the bench. The extra attacker is now jumping into the play. Takes a shot. Stopped by the goaltender. There's the final horn, and this one's in the books. Ray, when you look at the initial score of this one, it'll look like a decisive victory, but this really wasn't the case until the end.
No, once they give up the empty net goal, it becomes a 2-goal spread. This thing is over. Man, I hated being on the ice for empty net goals against. They stink for your plus-minus.
And that'll do it. For Ray Ferraro, I'm James Cebulski. Thank you.